Hey guys, what's going on? Lucky here. So a couple of people asked me about a walk around of the Chevelle. So it's on the lift. Here's a walk around. Rear tire is a 315 35 R17 on a 10-inch wide rim with a, I want to say 4.5-inch offset. It's a 3-inch Blackheart stainless exhaust system with X-pipe, Holley fuel pump, pre and post filters, and Ride-Tech shocks. Complete suspension is all Ride-Tech with the remote reservoirs with I say high and low adjustable right there, and rebound adjustable right there. When I originally put the thing together with the Fab 9 rear end that I got from Chassis Works, I used all their sway bars or upper and lower arms, and they were all Heim jointed, but it was really loud inside the car, so I went with the strong arm, all the Ride-Tech stuff, and they're urethane. They work sweet. There's that notch kit right there where I mini tubbed it in one of the episodes. Still need to take this thing all apart and clean up some of those welds. It's kind of hard to do a complete mini tub and shoot the whole episode in 4 days. Driveline Services did my drive shaft. Actually, Drivelines Inc. in Mission Viejo. Forever I was calling them Driveline Services, and their name is Drivelines Inc. and Mission Viejo. They did all the ones on overhauling, and now they do all the stuff on Hot Rod Garage. It's a Holley. Actually, I don't know if Holley makes it or not, but Holley sent me the Trans Crossmember. I had to do a couple modifications to it, but fits well. There's the roll control, or line lock, depending on what you want to call it. If you're parked on the hill, it's roll control. If you're at the track, it's line lock. There's a Rockland Standard Gear Tranzilla T56 converted into a Magnum with the carbon fiber synchros. Pretty wicked transmission. Strong arm lower control arms from Ride-Tech. These are just some control arm or brakes that I got from I don't know if you can really tell, but that is the front master, rear master, and hydraulic clutch. They're all hard lined down to bulkhead fittings on the frame. What else? There's a QuickTime scatter shield or bell housing. It has the Hayes Dragon Claw billet double disc clutch in it. The Ride-Tech torsion bar style front sway bar. There was always an issue with these things coming loose, and I was told that that was common. And what I ended up doing was taking the lock washer off and putting Loctite on it so that the bolt goes all the way through. And that solved that problem right there. It's a stock gearbox. I think it's a quicker ratio than stock. I think stock is 14 or 17 or something. This is maybe 14 or 12, but it's not very fast. I'm going to change it out. I don't actually remember even where I got it. The wheels on the front are 17s also. They are a 245 45 ZR17 Nettos. They call it Extreme ZR. A little more harder compound than I think the car wants, but it works. Forever I ran this car without wheel wells, and now I made these aluminum wheel wells. I got my bead roller and put a nice little edge on them and made them fit in there with the stock bolts. Not really much to them. As you can see, there is a rubber seal gasket that lays up against the fender just to stop dirt from flying around inside there. AC compressor right there. It's all the vintage air AC unit. Has the Be Cool radiator, and then in front of the Be Cool radiator is the heat exchanger, and in between those two, right there, is the AC condenser from Vintage Air. I just gave them the measurements and they make it fit right in there. AC blows ice cubes. Other than that, I think that's really about it. Oh, the Dei Heat Shield after I made the tunnel. If you've ever seen Chevelles with 6 speeds in them, people beat the crap out of the tunnel. You can actually squeeze it all in there and make it work. But what I ended up doing was cutting the whole tunnel out, front to rear, and then fabricating it up. There's a video on my YouTube that shows how I did it. And then I made it so there's plenty of extra room, because honestly, you're not going to be, you know, what are you trying to hide from me? It's going to be obvious that it's done. So I figure I'll make it up, you know, make it as big as I can get it, and then I will, the air actually escapes off from around the transmission. Everything runs cooler. There's a ton of room inside there. And then I put that heat shield in there, the Dei Heat Shield. It's adhesive on one side. You just cut it to fit, slap it in there, and it really helps a lot. But other than that, there's a little bit of roadkill in everybody. Here's a zip tie I never cut. I had a rattle in that brake line, so I just zip tied it up. The idea was I did this brake line, the frame's box. This is a Chassis Works box kit. But when I did the brake line, I tailored it around all the frame and modifications, and then we did the mini tub, which means we cut the frame right here. And I never modified the brake lines to fit. I just kind of zipped them up out of the way to get the job done. It's the disadvantage of doing stuff on a show. You have to work around production, which means some of the quality suffers, or you get to redo it again later, which I'm fine with. $22-gallon ATL fuel cell. I think that's about it. There you go. There's a quick walk around of the Chevelle. See you guys later.